Sailing by. Now the shipping forecast issued by the Met Office on behalf of the Maritime and Coast Guard Agency at midnight 15 on Sunday the 2nd of April. There are warnings of gales in Bailey, Faroes and southeast Iceland. The general synopsis at 1800. High, Trafalgar 1028, expected Fitzroy 1026 by 1800 Sunday. New low, expected 150 miles west of Iceland 970 by the same time. The area forecasts for the next 24 hours. Viking, northwest backing south later 4 or 5, showers, good, occasionally poor at first. North Utsira, south Utsira, variable 4 becoming northwesterly 4 or 5, showers, fog patches at first, moderate or good, occasionally very poor at first. 40s, Cromarty, 4th, Tyne, Dogger. Northwest backing south later 4 or 5, showers at first, good, occasionally poor at first, in 40s and Dogger. Fisher, German Bight, southwest 4, veering northwest 4 or 5, showers, fog patches, moderate or good, occasionally very poor. Humber, Thames, Dover, southwest veering northwest, then becoming variable later 3 or 4, fog patches, moderate or good, occasionally very poor. White, variable 3 or 4, becoming northwest 5 for a time, fog patches, moderate or good, occasionally very poor. Portland, Plymouth, northwest veering north 4 or 5, then becoming variable 4 later, fair, good. Biscay, northwest 5 to 7, decreasing 3 or 4 later, showers, good. Trafalgar, northerly or northeasterly 4 or 5, but variable 3 or 4 in the far northwest, fair, good. Southeast Fitzroy, northerly or northwesterly 4 or 5, becoming variable 3 at times, fair, good. Northwest Fitzroy, West Seoul, variable 4, becoming southerly 5 to 7, rain later, good, occasionally poor later. East Seoul, Lundy, Fastnet, Irish Sea, northwesterly 4 or 5, becoming variable 4, then southerly 4 or 5 later. Fair, good. Shannon, Rockall, southwest 4 or 5, backing south 6 or 7, perhaps gale 8 later. Fair, then rain, moderate or good, occasionally poor later. Malin, Hebrides, west 4 or 5, backing south 5 to 7, perhaps gale 8 later. Showers, rain later, good, occasionally moderate later. Bailey, southwest 4 or 5, backing south 6 to gale 8. Fair, then rain, moderate or good, occasionally poor. Fair Isle, northwest 5 or 6, backing southwest 4 or 5, then increasing 6 or 7 later. Showers, good. Faroes, southeast Iceland, westerly 5 or 6, backing southerly, but becoming cyclonic for a time in southeast Iceland, 6 to gale 8. Showers, then rain, good, becoming moderate or poor. Now weather reports from coastal stations for 2300. Tyree automatic, northwest by west, 3, 8 miles, 1015 rising. Stornoway, west by south, 3, recent rain, 27 miles, 1013 rising. Lerwick, west by south, 4, recent rain, 9 miles, 1007, rising more slowly. Wick, automatic, west-southwest, 3, 13 miles, 1011, rising more slowly. Aberdeen, northwest, 3, 27 miles, 1011, rising. Lucas, northwest, 1, recent rain, 27 miles, 1012, rising. Boomer, west by north, 4, 27 miles, 1011, rising. Bridlington, west-northwest, 3, 1011, rising more slowly. Sandetti light vessel automatic, southwest by south, 4, 5 miles, 1014, rising. Greenwich light vessel automatic, southwest, 3, 1015, rising more slowly. St Catherine's Point automatic, northwest by west, 3, 1014, rising more slowly. Jersey, northwest, 3, 9 miles, 1015, rising. Channel light vessel automatic, 4, 1016, rising more slowly. Scilly automatic, northwest, 4, 7 miles, 1019, rising more slowly. Milford Haven, north-northwest, 2, 24 miles, 1017, rising. Aberporth, northwest by north, 4, 6 miles, 1016, rising. Valley, northwest, 2, 9 miles, 1016, rising more slowly. Liverpool Crosby, northwest, 4, 16 miles, 1015, rising more slowly. Valencia, east, 1, 12 miles, 1021, rising. Ronaldsway, northwest, 3, 22 miles, 1015, rising more slowly. Malin Head, west, 3, 11 miles, 1017, rising. Machrihanish automatic, northwest by north, 4, 11 miles, 1015, rising more slowly. Now to the weather forecast for the inshore waters of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, valid for the following 24 hours and issued by the Met Office at 2300 on Saturday the 1st of April. General situation. During Sunday, a ridge of high pressure will move eastwards across the United Kingdom, bringing a spell of quiet weather for all. Unsettled and windy conditions will develop across the northwest later on Sunday and into Monday. Cape Wrath to Rattray Head, including Orkney, west or northwest 4 or 5, backing southwest 3 or 4, then backing south 4 or 5 later. Good. Rattray Head to Berwick-upon-Tweed, northwest 4 or 5, becoming variable 3 or 4, then south 4 or 5 later. Showers at first. Good. Berwick-upon-Tweed to Whitby, northwest 4 or 5, becoming variable 3 or less, then south 4 or 5 later. Showers at first. Good. Whitby to Gibraltar Point, west veering northwest 4 or 5, becoming variable 3 or less, then south 3 or 4 later. Showers at first. Good. Gibraltar Point to North Foreland, westerly veering northwesterly, then becoming variable later 3 or 4. Showers at first. Good, occasionally poor later in the south. North Foreland to Selsey Bill, southwesterly veering northwesterly 3 or 4, then becoming variable 3 or less. Fog patches at first. Moderate or good, occasionally very poor at first. Selsey Bill to Lyme Regis, variable 3 or less at first in the east, otherwise northerly or northwesterly 4 or 5, becoming variable 3 or less, then westerly 3 or 4 later. Fair, good. Lyme Regis to Land's End, including the Isles of Scilly, northwesterly 4 or 5, becoming variable 3 or less, then southerly 4 later in the west. Fair, good. Land's End to St David's Head, including the Bristol Channel, northwesterly 4 or 5, becoming variable 3 or less, then becoming southerly 4 later in the west. Fair, good. St David's Head to Great Orme Head, including St George's Channel, northwest 4 or 5, becoming variable 3 or less, then south 4 or 5 later. Showers at first. Good. Great Orme Head to the Mull of Galloway, northwesterly 4 or 5, becoming variable 3 or 4, then becoming southerly 3 or 4 later, occasionally 5 later in the far northwest. Fair, good. Isle of Man, northwest 4 or 5, backing south or southwest 3 or 4, occasionally 5 later. Fair, good. Loch Foyle to Carlingford Loch, northwest 4 or 5, backing southwest 3 or 4, then south 5 or 6 later. Showers at first, good. Mull of Galloway to Mull of Kintyre, including the Firth of Clyde and North Channel, northwesterly, backing southerly 3 or 4, increasing 5 or 6 later. Showers at first, good. Mull of Kintyre to Ardnamurchan Point, northwest 3 or 4, backing south 4 or 5, then backing southeast 5 to 7 later. Showers at first, good. Ardnamurch and Point to Cape Wrath, west backing southwest 4 or 5, then backing south 6 or 7 later. Showers at first, rain later, good, occasionally moderate later. And finally, Shetland Isles, west or northwest 4 or 5, occasionally 6 at first, backing south 5 or 6 later. Showers at first, good. And that's the shipping bulletin. The next shipping bulletin will be at 5:20 in the morning, followed at 5:30 by news briefing. But until then, we'll be joining the BBC World Service until 5:20 in the morning. But from all of us here at BBC Radio 4, may I wish you a very peaceful and quiet night. Good night.